get to some first-time dad advice. Number one, be present. I know I found myself often thinking about the future. You know, when my son was a newborn, I was thinking, oh, I can't wait till he talks and I can have a conversation with him. Or we can go on bike rides and do all kinds of fun things. But in doing so, you kind of forget about the present moment. And so my advice is to enjoy the current stage that they're at. Time goes by really fast. It's going to be their last bath, their last feeding, their last time in the crib. All of these last because they're moving on to the next stage. So enjoy the current moment and be present. Number two, you don't need everything. Save your money. Money was a big stressor for me as a first-time dad, and everything's really expensive. You've got your food and your clothing and your diapers and your toys and your accessories and your sleepers and all these other things. But the truth is that most of them were really not necessary. Sure, you have to feed and diaper your child and clothe them, but we really go to excess, and we feel some kind of pressure often to go to excess. So for birthdays and holidays and all of these things where the truth is that the baby doesn't even know or care what's going on. It's really about us. Spending all this money is because we may enjoy it and we like to do that. Maybe if you recognize that, then it makes it okay. But my suggestion is to save your money. You don't need everything. Another piece of first-time dad advice, number three, nothing is forever. Although it may seem that your baby crying in the middle of the night is going to last forever, it's not. Eventually the baby will sleep. And that goes the same for feedings and clothing and bathing and everything else that you might have difficulty with. It doesn't last forever. Eventually things will change. But the issue is that we often think that these situations are going to last forever. And I know for me, that caused a lot of unnecessary anxiety, thinking to myself that, oh no, this situation is going to last forever. And the truth is, it doesn't. So if you can keep yourself in that mentality that this is only going to last for a short amount of time, you will enjoy your baby more. Number four, don't take it personally. Here's the thing. Your newborn baby is not out to get you. They're not out to make your life hell. They're not out to do anything except just survive and learn about what's going on in the world around them. So don't make it about you and don't take it personally. If your baby prefers mom for the bath, fine. If your baby prefers mom feeding, fine. Just stick with it and don't take it personally. I know for me, my son, my firstborn, he wanted to be at bath time with mom. He would always say, no, daddy, I want mom when he learned to talk. And part of that was that mom spent all day with him. She had much more time with him than I did. So I felt a little hurt and I felt a little offended by it. I was taking it personally. But the truth is he wasn't trying to do anything. He was just more comfortable. So eventually when I spent more time and I just continued to be a part of it, he loved taking the baths and dad was present and we enjoyed it. So just don't take it personally. We as humans take everything personally. We always think it's about us and it's not. Oftentimes, whether it's a baby, a grown child, or anything in between, it's often about them, not us. So stop taking things personally. Number five, be patient. I'm as impatient as they come. I've always been my entire life. But what forced me to change? Having children. You can try to fight it all you want, but unless you're going to learn to be more patient, you're going to have that conflict. The children will win. You must be more patient when you have children. It's just a fact. So get over it now and learn to be more patient. I don't care whether you need to meditate or you need to talk to yourself, you need to do whatever. We have a video on patience and how to be more patient. But it's so important because being patient allows you to be more present. And being more present will allow you to enjoy your time with your baby more.
Look how thrilled she is. Look how thrilled she is to be here, guys. So I actually wrote this video today and I had no idea when I was gonna actually get to it. And so I just dropped Aurora off from school, and when I got back, the original plan was for autumn to get ready so that we could go do a vlog with the babes, and then she fell asleep. So then I'm like, well, I guess I'll just do homework. So I got Zara to fall asleep, then I got Mir to fall asleep, and then I was gonna start my homework, and then Mir decided that she isn't about nap time, huh? She said, no, I wanna be in the video with my dad, huh? You wanna be in the video with your, what? Oh, ha, ha. How did you, we're just sitting here. How did you lose, how could you possibly have lost a sock? Huh? What did you do with your sock? Why are you sad? All these things are happening. So if you saw me on the street without seeing like any of our stuff, I feel like your first thought wouldn't be dad. I just don't think I look like the traditional dad, I don't know, but I'm a dope dad.
That's right. Booyah, suckers!
So being the dope dad that I am, I figured I'd drop some of that knowledge on you guys, you know, sprinkle a little bit of that good stuff on you, and get you ready for the game before your baby gets here, and or get you ready as your baby's coming, or if you already have kids, just brush up on some tips. I think it's weird that there's so many videos about like mommy parenting, but there's not a ton of videos on the daddy side. So let's get on to tip number 1, right baby? All right, anyway, so for tip number 1, let's talk about labor. I think especially with my first child, it was like, you think that you're gonna be in and out. It's like a motel. You get in there, you check in, you're like, all right, we're ready to have this baby. And you put your Glover's mitt on, your catching mitt, and you're like, all right, go. And it doesn't work like that. Like, you're not gonna be sitting there for a couple minutes ready to catch that baby. Chances are, as much as you think the baby's ready to come, they're not, unless your wife or your girlfriend's water breaks before you guys get there. Like if it's one of those kind of situations where your water breaks and it takes you a little bit to get to the hospital, maybe then it might be a fast scenario. But for the majority of people, for the most part, like, you're gonna be sitting there for days. Especially nowadays, a lot of people get induced, and if you have twins like we did, you get induced. So I think we were there for like 2 days. So be prepared to be there for the long haul. This is basically the long and short of it.
Let's go, buddy. Well, that was a lot of fun. Levi is almost walking. Tried to take his first step on his own the other day. Yeah, you did. Our plans for today kind of fell through. We were hoping to see a friend, and I don't feel like getting out of my pajamas today, so we're gonna stick inside. I'm gonna give you 5 tips for new fathers. Now that Levi's almost a year, there's a few things I picked up along the way, and I thought I would share it with you guys. So this brings us to tip number 1, right, buddy? Always be diaper prepared. See, he's got his little diaper just waiting. I know that it sounds like an obvious tip, okay? Be prepared before you take the diaper off. But I know from experience, in the heat of the moment, you go to change them and you realize that they're naked and you don't have anything ready. Diapers are in a different room. The wipes aren't accessible. Just remember, before you go and change your baby, make sure you got your wipes, make sure you got your diaper, make sure you got your cream, whatever it is you need. And then he doesn't get all mad on the table, right? Yeah. So yes, tip number 1 will help you out with this as well. How do you stop your kid from peeing on you? Lisa, do those little PTPs work?
No.
No. None of that really works.
Just
no
hurry
point
up.
of buying any products. Yeah, just be super quick. But the best thing to do is just put a wipe down. Use a wipe. Those little PTPs or whatever products they have, it's just a waste of money. You're going to use that wipe anyways. Just put it down. It's going to happen, and it'll just help deflect it down. To kind of add to this point, this little guy here, it's super helpful. It's nice and soft and comfy for him, but it's also waterproof, so none of the pee gets in there. And then if you have to, you just wipe it up. Is it nap time?
Shut off the light for mom.
And this is why I don't feel like going outside today. Okay, so it's not that I hate winter. I love, how beautiful the snow is. I love snowboarding. I love Christmas. I need some more light here. There we go. But you know, once you become an adult, you have kids, you gotta go to work, drive yourself to work. I hate having to shovel and remove snow off the car every day. As we live in Muskoka, if you guys know the area, literally snow every day. Look at this. It's right now, it's November 3rd. Yeah, first day of winter is December 22nd. Next tip, it's an important one. You guys are gonna like this one. Can I interrupt your play for 2 minutes?
I would just pick it up without him. I'm gonna piss him off.